Assalamu alaikum guys, this is Kashif Shazad and I'm an IELTS trainer. I teach IELTS online and offline, and I have been uploading different videos on IELTS on my channel IELTS with Kashif, and hopefully you watch them and kindly leave the comments or leave the questions if you have any. During those questions I have made different videos on writing, speaking, listening and reading as well. Today I am going to talk about writing task 1 overview. I have already made a video on task 1, that what is the actual structure of that task 1. When task 1, either it's a graph, it's a process, it's a map, or any kind of task 1. These are 3 4 types which you are just uh, have in your exams. Today we'll talk about a bar graph. First, I will tell you that how to make an overview. There are three parts basically. One is paraphrasing, you rephrase the statement. Second is overview, you just summarize the whole task in 1 minute. And then you go towards the detail. Many students do the mistakes, they start uh, telling the task in details in overview, whereas overview is just an overview that you tell overall it's like this. Let me give you an example and I'll take you towards the task 1 thing. There you go. As you can see the task 1, the bar graph in your this video, it's a UK telephone calls done by the UK people during 7 to 8 years. You must have seen that bar graph before. Today I'll talk about how to do the overview of any task. I'll do that for the line graph and for the pie graph as well, but today is for the bar graph. First of all, when you will have the task in front of you, do not go into details. Just watch it for like 3 to 4 minutes and see what you can conclude from that graph. For example, they have given us 3 categories: local, fixed line, national and international calls, and mobile calls. That is done by the UK people from 1995 to 2002 and in billion minutes. It has been calculated and measured in billion minutes. That was all about paraphrasing. Now we'll talk about an overview. You see, the first and foremost trend while watching that task is straightforward. That you can see the orange trend. The trend with the orange color is the highest. So that means the local fixed line calls were the highest throughout the period. Whereas the mobile calls were very low initially and it remained minimum till the year 1999, except last 3 4 years where it experienced a dramatic incline, whereas national and international calls remained between them with a gradual increase. That's it. This is an overview. I'll repeat again. Whenever you see the task, identify what is the top trend and what is the worst trend and explain them in the line, 3 to 4 lines. We'll start from the top trend. Overall, it is clear from the graph that local fixed line calls were the highest throughout the period from 1995 to 2002, whereas the mobile calls were very low initially, but it has an increase, a little increase till 1999. But after that, in the last 3 4 years, it experienced a dramatic rise. Whereas the national and international calls, they remained between these two categories. That is it. That was all about writing an overview of a bar graph. You don't need to mention billion minutes. You don't need to mention in which year exactly what was the ratio. You just explain the brief summary in 4 to 5 lines, an overview. and that overview comes under your task response. How do you respond to the task? Whatever the task comes, you rephrase it in 2 3 lines, then you do an overview, you write an overview. And I have told you the overview. That is it for today's video. We'll come with the next video on the channel IELTS with Kashif. Keep watching the videos and do leave the comments, questions if you have any, and remember me in your prayers. Thank you very much.